basketball is such an international sport. Why aren't we?
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they are really playing at a high level right now, going 8-1 over the last 9 games. And the front lines for both teams tonight, powerful, explosive. Shaq, what's the key these days to building a great...
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Orlando coming out with the win against the Detroit Pistons. They've got a nice head start on this season series, up 2-0.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, they're up.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Thank you very much. Now, Blake Griffin is new to Detroit, but he feels the blue-collar nature of this city suits him just fine. He said, hard work was instilled in me at a very young age. The very base of my game has always been physical. Guys, back to you.
Well, Detroit is happy to have him, David. Thanks. Steve, both teams tonight love to run the offense through the post. Great dynamic, if you can make it work, that is.
Yeah, it's not bad if you still have an old-school back-to-the-basket guy that can score on the block. But what I love now, it's not a lot of standing. Back when I played, you still see teams cutting, setting screens, and a lot of backdoor cuts where guys get some easy layups when you play out the post right now. Just a lot more movement.
And it's the Pistons to start out. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. The Cobra out there with Evan Fournier, and it's Jordan in at the small forward position. And that one's good. Drummond.
You have to block out better than that. Drummond, one of the best in the league at converting off the glass.
Passes it to the Cobra. From 17 feet out, and it's wide right. It's off the rim. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Utah Jazz. Kennard's shot is off. Gordon finds Jordan. Back to Gordon. A shot, no good. Great D that time from Griffin. Inside, Jackson. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Launches a three.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
And here's Bullock. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. 6 to shoot. Kept alive. Here's Drummond, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
A double-double machine. The only person who can really stop Andre is himself.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Magic moving the ball around. Here's Vucevic. Off target from outside. For Detroit, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the call will be against Fournier. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Two open that time, made it look too easy. Griffin's got his first points of the night.
I like that from Blake Griffin, taking what the defense gives him, making that jump shot.
Here's the Cobra, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Steve, for the Pistons, improving chemistry on and off the court has been a big focus.
Yes, locker room leadership and pieces that fit together on the court. It's about building a team in every sense of the word.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Jackson misses.
Well, this whole period for him, it's been challenging. You can tell he's starting to press.
Unloads from 13. The Magic again can't hit.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Bullock, good. Bullock's got his first basket.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Vucevic to the pass to the Cobra. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Orlando with the ball. Gordon the pass to the Cobra. To the inside. Jordan. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Drummond with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Kanon. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Count that one.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Pass to Kennard. For the three. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And in that one, it was all about shutting down the paint. They were just terrific in terms of their rim protection.
It was big-time shot blocking. They were energetic, intimidating, and that really affected the outcome.
It's stolen, and up the court come the Magic on the break. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
The Pistons trailing. Jackson kicks to Bullock. And there's the pass to Drummond. Outside Griffin. Outside for Jackson. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, a little inconsistent from deep when he first entered the league. Jackson now an emerging three-point threat.
The Cobra passes to Vucevic. Now here's Fournier. Here's the Cobra. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Another shot. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Griffin. Nice D from Fournier.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
And it's Vucevic missing.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
Got that bucket.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Oh, right around this time of the season, Smitty, it's easy to lose focus. Talk about how players keep themselves motivated. to bring it every night. That, to me, would seem very difficult.
It is, and I think you got to set those little small goals. I think on one of our teams, our goals was after the All-Star break, you can see we were starting to get into that funk. And what we said was, let's not lose 2 games in a row for the rest of the season. Those type of small goals keeps everybody engaged.
Do you put the season in terms of every 20 games, every 10 games? How do you measure it to kind of pace yourself?
I think most teams do it in a block of 20s. Like you said, you kind of go a block of 20s and see if you can go, 75% in those games. And that's where you start to see the great teams, they do that.
It's good to know. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Kennard. Orlando trailing here. To the middle, and stolen by Drummond. Now, here's Bullock, guarded by Jordan. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. The Magic making a switch here. Grant's checked in. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
So it's Detroit now, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Ross is checked in for Fournier. Here's Drummond. And Bamba pulls it down. And so Grant will bring it up for Orlando. Trailing by 2, the 17-footer. Ross dishes to Jordan. Stolen by Bullock. And now the Pistons, fast break. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
Pistons have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. A different look here for Detroit. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Reggie Bullock. And the Magic making a change here as well. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Gordon. To the paint, here's Isaac. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Detroit gets called for the foul.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
Lures checked in for Detroit.
The new head coach of Detroit is Dwayne Casey. They're lucky he was available. He guided the Raptors to a franchise best 59 wins last season, and he was the coach of the year.
And the shot is good.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Grant the pass to Bamba. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
And it goes to show you that any coach can get fired. Casey, one of the most successful, highly regarded coaches in the league, and Smitty still got let go.
If you learn about all he's overcome, all the tough jobs he's worked in the past, you knew he'd take it on the chin and keep on trucking.
Robinson. Pachulia finds Johnson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Over in the corner, Isaac. Here's Bamba. Here's Grant. And he converts the layup. Grant's got his first bucket in this one.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Back to Jackson. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. That's 7 points for Reggie Jackson.
The defense having to respect Jackson's outside game. That opened up things for him in the inside.
It's deflected. Johnson with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. Another shot. He lays it in.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Jackson against Grant. There's the lob to the hoop. Bamba's shot is off.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing, just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
Tries it from the top of the key, and that one goes long. The Magic trail by 7. Here's Ross. Pass to Jordan. Inside, Pachulia with the steal. Now running up the court, Robinson pushing it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And now to our rookie leaderboard for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. Number 1, Mohamed Bamba.
And if those numbers show us anything, it's how good he is at picking up on ball handlers' tendencies and knowing when to make his move.
And the first one drops. Steve, we know plenty of NBA players who are still inconsistent at the free throw line. Just how much of a skill issue is free throw shooting and how much is mental?
You know, I think for a lot of guys that are up in size, just being able to shoot the basketball, I tried it shooting a volleyball when your hands are so big, and that is tough, and that's a skill. But then I see a lot of guys mentally, you can tell is bothering them because they change their routine from year after year. They keep finding different ways. They have to get comfortable, put in the work, and just stick to it. I think they go to too many different these shooting coaches saying, I have a quick fix, and usually it doesn't work, the quick fix.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Take a look at the Warriors. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And right now for the Magic, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
And the shot goes down. That's 10 points for the Cobra.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And Jonathan Simmons gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Pistons shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And Lure drops them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
The Magic trail by 10. To the paint, Pachulia with the steal. 3-on-3. Robinson passes to Johnson. In the corner, it's Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Outside for Jackson. Up again. It's good on the putback. Pachulia's got his first basket.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's the Cobra, guarded by Jackson. And that one drops for him.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
1:22 left in the first. And Lure kicks to Jackson. No good with the triple.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You look at Orlando, holding on to 2nd spot in the conference, a great season for them so far. And, of course, there's the Pistons. Right now, quite a ways down below.
And right now for the Pistons, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
Jordan against Johnson. Pachulia with the steal. Johnson right side. And stolen by Jordan. Bamba passes to the Cobra. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Pachulia with the steal. Now, here is Robinson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. High post, Pachulia. Jackson dishes to Lure. Rocket 6. From deep. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And the basket by Jackson.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
The Cobra passes to Bamba. It's Jordan on the wing. Nice shot from the wing. Jordan's got 6. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Jackson. He had 40 points in the win against Utah. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. He's got 14.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Pistons here, guys.
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Pistons, they've got Robinson. John Lure's out there with Johnson. Then there's Pachulia, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. The 3 from Simmons. The Cobra passes to Isaac. Here's the Cobra. Pachulia covering. To the paint, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Poked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
And Jonathan Simmons, the explosive wing player, went undrafted but has earned a spot in the NBA after a strong couple of years in the G League. Now he's established himself as a potent offensive player.
Kennard, he's checked in for Detroit. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Outside Jackson. Johnson from outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Friday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And looking at that Nets matchup, this is a game that they are expected to win, but sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for Simmons, when he was in the G League, he developed, Greg, his playmaking.
Yeah, spent some time at point guard at that level, and I think it helps him in terms of finding ways to create shots for himself. He's definitely at his best when the ball is in his hands. Not so much a spot-up player, but he can create offense for a team in a hurry.
The Pistons making a change here. Griffin's checked in. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So many metrics out there right now, Steve. One of the big ones, scoring efficiency. Who comes to mind in that area?
Well, you look at the percentage. Kevin Durant, the amount of shots he takes, he shoots with a high percentage. Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard, I think also Anthony Davis is up there, being able to score at different areas, not just dunking the basketball, being able to score at all 3 levels. Those are some of the guys that shoot a high percentage.
The Magic have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
He hits the second from the line. Detroit leading by 12. Left side Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Gordon. He can't hit that time. Great D that time from Griffin. Passes it to Bullock. Outside Griffin. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Magic trail by 12. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Vucevic missing.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points. Let's check out the numbers for Andre Drummond. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
He's a bull inside, let me tell you. When he starts to get that look in his eye, just get out of his way.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
The obvious intimidation factor of Andre. That's 280 pounds flying after your shot.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pat to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Simmons finds Gordon. Detroit with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Oh, wow.
Watch your head.
That's a beautiful jam.
Blake Griffin's teammates have to say wow, because they get the chance night in and night out to see something fantastic.
The shot's good from Fournier.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Outside Jackson. On the wing. No good. Shot missing.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
So it's Detroit now. They led by as many as 18 points. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. To the inside, Bullock, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's the Cobra. He's got 13. No good from outside.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held him back.
And Griffin, here we go. It's stolen by Vucevic. Simmons on the wing. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's the Cobra. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. They get it again. And Drummond throws it down.
Each year he's getting better and better. Drummond with the unstoppable move.
Fournier gets a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him.
second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Terrence Ross is checked in for the Magic. Grant comes in for the Cobra. Jackson looking around, shoots over Grant. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 19 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
For three, Ross. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Fires for three. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Orlando will take it the other way.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Grant outside. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Fast break. Here we go. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
He's so athletic. Blake Griffin's one of those players you have to make a decision. You have to wrap him up before he takes off.
And Blake Griffin draws a lot of fouls from the defense. And you look at his percentage, Steve, at the line. He's turned a weakness certainly into a strength.
It's been a reflection of his work ethic. Year after year, we've seen him make steady improvement at the line.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Magic.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
To the inside. Again, the Pistons score.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the middle, and stolen by Drummond. And here's Bullock. He's got 6. Down low, puts it up from 12. Second chance shot. Vucevic with the block. And he recovers it. Jackson gets the bucket.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Grant. And a miss there on the triple. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 13-5 run here. Grant against Jackson. Griffin looking around. From 13, Jordan with the rebound.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Ross. Outside Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I mean, tremendous body control in the air. Andre with the easy catch and flush.
Grant the pass to Gordon. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Grant. Gordon's got his first points of the game. Pistons leading by 19. Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
Here's Jordan. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And Steve, looking at KD's move, the Isaiah Thomas trade, what level of loyalty is there now between players and teams?
You know, I think it comes down to, I know people get upset when, per se, like the Kevin Durant move, but he was a free agent, so he was allowed to move. I think when it comes a little tricky, when you have guys traded, that's when you start to see the players starting to see where they sometimes don't think the organization have loyalty, but sometimes, and you can see Organizations, a lot of times, is just looking to make their teams better. But it really comes down to a trade when the loyalty starts to be questioned.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Pachulia, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Lure comes in for Blake Griffin. Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock. Robinson is subbed in for Kennard.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And we can talk all we want about their passing, but from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Fifth best, Reggie Jackson.
You know, if there are no other options available, any of these guys can just step back and knock down a triple. Great backup plan for any point guard to have.
It is. The ball is in their hands, and these guys feel comfortable stepping back behind that line and knocking it down.
Just 4 to shoot. Robinson for 3. A three-pointer is right on target. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Fournier passes to Bamba. Here's Jordan. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
Outside Jackson. Lure up top, defended by Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Jordan. Fournier against Robinson. Here's Gordon. Outside Jordan. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the dunk by Bamba.
Just throw it up there. I mean, Bamba, as long as you time the pass right, he's going to flush that one down.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
Orlando on D. 5 to shoot. Tries again. And Johnson finishes off inside. Johnson's got 8 points.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Jordan against Johnson. Here's the 3. But they recover it. Bamba passes to Gordon. Orlando moving the ball around. And here's Jordan outside. Feeds it to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Poked away and stolen by Gordon. To the right side. Out to the right wing. Here's the Cobra. He's got 13. Tipped away to the wing on the left. Inside and taken away by Johnson. He got it up. No good on that one. Reggie Jackson firing on all cylinders for the Detroit Pistons. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are in blowout territory, leading by 20. Kenny, what did you see from them?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game, and that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
They relied way too heavily on the three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off. But they still settled for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that's a wrap.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
Yeah, you don't think of him as a big-time playmaker, but over the first 2 quarters, that's exactly what he was.
It's a nice change for him and for the team. It's not like he's selfish. We're just not used to him playing that way.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fournier out there with the Cobra. And it's Jordan in at the 3.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Knocked loose. Gordon, the pass to the Cobra. Outside Jordan. To the middle. Out of bounds. Magic ball as Orlando keeps possession.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Reggie Jackson. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 6th in assists, 15th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride.
Fabulous night for Jackson. He's unconscious scoring the basketball. You see all the work he's put in, and it's paying off.
The Cobra passes to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Outside Jackson. Here's Kennard. He's guarded by Fournier. Here's Griffin. And there's another one for the Pistons.
I like that good read by Griffin. Big-time score with versatility.
Here's the Cobra, defended by Griffin. Fournier in the corner. Pass to the Cobra. Back to Fournier. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Jordan. Can't hit that one. The Pistons go the other way with it.
Luke Kennard, the 12th pick in the 2017 draft out of Duke. An outstanding shooter and has a lot more to show in this game. Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Jackson with it. He's got 25. Bullock kicks to Jackson. Drummond working against Vucevic. Drummond finds Griffin. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor. And Kennard, Smitty, went 1 pick in front of Rookie of the Year contender Donovan Mitchell. Some Piston fans ticked off about that.
Yeah, I understand. But he was top 20 in three-point percentage right out of the gates. It's not just about year 1. I think Kennard has a chance to be good.
Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for the Magic. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The Cobra passes to Vucevic. Here's Isaac. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
Yeah, and he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Now here's Drummond. 11 points in the game. Outside Griffin. Left side Jackson. For the 3. The shot misses. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Here's Jordan. Oh, and the jam by Jordan.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And stolen by Jordan by himself. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Kennard. They grab their own miss. Here's Drummond, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And now the adventure begins. Drummond, one of the worst free throw shooters on the planet.
And both free throws good for Drummond.
Andre Drummond, a prototype athlete at the center position. He checks every box. Leaping ability, lateral mobility, you name it.
And for a man the size of Drummond to move and accelerate, Steve, the way he does, the focus has to be on keeping him healthy.
You know what, Kevin? He's been remarkably durable. Played 81-plus games in 4 out of the last 6 seasons. Last year, dropped 30 pounds. He's staying lean and mean.
To the paint. Here's Griffin. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 7th assist here tonight. The Cobra passes to Fournier. Now here's Jordan. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's the Cobra. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Magic moving the ball around. Bounce pass from Jordan. And now the Pistons, fast break. Outside for Griffin. Isaac with the steal. Here's Jordan. And that one, good. Jordan's got 22 points.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Detroit leading by 22. Jackson passes to Bullock. Now Drummond. The dish to Griffin. Isaac with the steal. Here's Vucevic. And they double up Jordan. Here's the Cobra, guarded by Jackson. And the shot goes in. And that's now 17 points for the Cobra.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Jackson finds Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And if you're the defender, you have to respect the ability of Jackson to finish. That opens things up for the assist.
Outside Jordan. Vucevic dishes to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. And there's the pass to Bullock. Back to Jackson. Drummond working against Vucevic. Right side Jackson. Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And on the defensive side, just a failure to match up.
Well, the one thing you want to take away is anything at the rim. Just too easy.
Jackson kicks to Griffin. Back to Jackson. Offensive rebound. And Drummond is right there.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
Here's Vucevic. Pass to Jordan. And he gets the basket. Officials. Blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
For the Pistons, Pachulia, he's checked in for Griffin. Stanley Johnson comes in for Reggie Bullock. Robinson is subbed in for Jackson. Detroit leading by 17. Stolen by Grant. That one falls.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pistons have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Here's Kennard. He kicks to Drummond. He's feeling it. Here's Pachulia, and he uses the glass on the layup. Pachulia's got his second bucket of the night.
Against good defense, Pachulia using his size and strength to muscle up the shot.
Grant the pass to Bamba, and there it is for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Grant. Here's Johnson. Rebound by the Magic. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the dunk by Bamba.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Grant. Kennard kicks to Robinson. Inside. And Drummond throws it down.
I like that Drummond has become more in control of his offensive game, and the defense is running out of answers.
From deep, Jordan, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Jordan's got 16 here in the second half. Pistons leading by 12. Now Robinson. Passes it to Kennard. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren Grant. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Pistons making a change here. Luer's checked in. Stolen by Grant. Here we go, all alone. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. So it's the Pistons now. Here's Kennard. Luer up top. That one wide left.
Lazy defense against a good score. Turns out not to matter.
Jordan. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Jordan's got 36.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
Overall, it hasn't been pretty for his team, but he has shot the ball well.
The Magic trail by 8. Grant down low. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Jaren Grant, 5 years at Notre Dame, redshirted as a freshman and helped lead them to the Elite Eight back in 2015.
The Irish had a high-powered offense, Kevin. A lot of shooters. A good preparation for him in the NBA.
Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Simmons comes in for Jordan. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Grant outside. And here's Simmons for 3. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 7 rebounds in the game. Detroit leading by 10. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. Number 1, Mohamed Bamba.
And the numbers say it all. I mean, he's tremendously efficient at scoring the basketball around the rim. He's almost automatic.
Pachulia finds Johnson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
So a moment now to see the story on Mohamed Bamba. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in shooting percentage. Second in steals, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Simmons. Robinson kicks to Luer. Kennard. Wide open shot is on the money. Kennard's got his third basket of the night right there. Grant up top. The pass to Gordon. Here's Simmons. Simmons missing again. Detroit leading by 10. 1:09 left in the third. Here's Kennard. He's covered by Grant. 13 feet away. And he nails the jumper. Kennard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
The Magic trail by 12. It's stolen. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jaren. Grant. That will be foul number 5 on him. Orlando making some changes. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Jonathan Simmons, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Grant. Robinson against Ross. Robinson kicks to Kennard. That shot wide open. Kennard's got 10.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Here's Augustine. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Johnson. He's tightly guarded. Here's Kennard. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 16. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Nice shot there by Bamba.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Pistons lead by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Pachulia. Robinson is out there with John Lewis. And there's Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the 2. That's the group for Detroit right now. Clock at 6. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. The Pistons rebound.
And that's a nice job on the offensive glass there. That'll let them work the clock even more.
Pass to Ross. Goes up on the wing, and he makes that one. Ross has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Magic.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference. And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline. Yeah. And luckily, they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Augustine. Inside, Pachulia with the steal. And Robinson with a clear path to the basket.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
First one falls for him. Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Kennard. Jordan, he's checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Evan Fournier. And both free throws good for Ross. Pistons leading by 12. Jackson passes to Robinson. To the left side wing. Passes it to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And Bamba pulls it down. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Now here's Jordan. He's guarded by Bullock. Here's Gordon. Rebound, Detroit.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Jackson against Augustine. To the paint. Here's Bullock. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Augustine. Count it.
Well, you love the fearless, aggressive attitude. Doesn't let size matter.
The minute you back down, everyone can sense it. Then you're in trouble.
And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Griffin's checked in for the Pistons. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Kicks it to Robinson. And it's blocked by Gordon. And he gets it back. Over to the wing. Clock at 6. Buck 3. Offensive rebound. Pachulia, good. And the Pistons lead by 14.
And this is how Pachulia gets a lot of his points. Crashing the glass.
Here's Jordan. The feed to Bamba. Pachulia with the steal. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Good on the bucket. The Magic trail by 16. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Bamba, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. They'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town.
And looking at the Wizards matchup, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III.
And sort of known for that crazy length, Bamba's also extremely bright. Got offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard.
Kept alive. Good. 27 points for Reggie Jackson.
I love the effort there. Refuses to give up on that play.
Three-pointer Augustine sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
I can't understand in the midst of a game you leave an elite shooter this wide open.
To the middle. Here's Pachulia. And it's blocked.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Then for the Magic, Vucevic comes in for Bamba. And it's the Cobra in for Augustine. Left side, Griffin. 5 on the clock. Back to Jackson. It's deflected. Outside Jordan. Pass to the Cobra. From deep. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
Now the pass to Griffin. Over Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Mohamed Bamba. And Smitty, Blake Griffin last season acquired by Detroit at mid-year. How do you like the fit for him with the Pistons?
You know, they needed a playmaker and a shot creator. Also gives them some star power. Putting fans in the seats, that matters.
The Magic trail by 12. Here's the Cobra. Buries it down low. The Cobra's got 22 points. Here's Jackson. Pass to Griffin. Drummond trying to get himself free. The shot's good from Griffin.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on them.
Yep, it counts. The Cobra's got 11 in the second half.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Here's Jordan, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And Detroit gets called for the foul. Free throw good, Jordan. Smitty, you're looking around the league right now. Certain players extremely smart. Which guys do you think will make the transition the easiest from player to coach?
You know, some guys that stick out. Chris Paul, I think Mike Conley, LeBron James, obviously. Those guys, they just stick out. You can see their coaches on the floor, Draymond Green. They just have a way because they have those leadership qualities, and also they play the game the right way. They have such a good understanding, a good feel. Those are some of the guys that stand out for me.
That was a good list. You're right. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for Orlando. 8-point game. And Bamba now top of the key. Out to the right wing. Here's Jordan. No good that time. And the Pistons now going the other way. Outside Griffin. He dishes it to Jackson. He kicks to Drummond. Ball's not loose. Ross with the steal. Pass to the Cobra. Ripped away. Outside Griffin. To the inside. Jackson. And contact on the shot. So he'll be shooting free throws here.
And not too long ago, Reggie Jackson signed a 5-year, $80 million deal. A lot of pressure on him to earn that money.
And he sinks the second. The Magic trail by 9. Kicks to Jordan. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Free throw good, Jordan.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Pass to Bullock. And here is Drummond. Here's the pass to Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard kicks to Griffin. Off target with his 3. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Ross for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Griffin dishes to Jackson. Rebound by the Magic. Bamba's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's the Cobra, guarded by Jackson. Pass to Jordan. Bucket is good. Jordan's got 43 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Passes to Bullock. Ball's not loose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. But Julia, he's checked in for Drummond. The Magic also changing it up. Vucevic checked in for Bamba. And Fournier sub. In for Ross. Now a timeout called by Orlando. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Simmons subbed in for Fournier. Right wing. Bullock kicks to Jackson. Pass to Griffin. Shot clock at 6. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. Here's Kennard. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Kennard's got 10 points in just the second half. The Magic trail by 4. Outside Jordan. Now the pass to the Cobra. And it's off from three-point range.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 30.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here.
And Simmons kicks to Jordan. Pass to Bamba. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's the Cobra. Left side Gordon. Nice D from Griffin.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Down low. Here's Jackson. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from the Cobra. Here's Kennard, guarded by Simmons. Jackson kicks to Pachulia. This is to Griffin. Up and in on the layup. Griffin's got 20 points.
That's a big bucket for Blake. Teammates have to love that shot.
And they double up Jordan. Passes it to the Cobra. Bamba with it. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Detroit leading by 5. Oh, Griffin in position. And stolen by Simmons. Feeds it to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
He's showing he wants to be the man. Bamba has the hunger to step up in those big moments.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. For the Magic, Vucevic, he's checked in for Bamba. And Evan Fournier subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Tremendous showing of confidence by getting those two to fall.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Fournier in the corner, fires the three, and again it's Orlando with the three.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Orlando's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. The Cobra, on this that time, would have put him up. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Jordan, good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
The Pistons on offense. Outside Jackson. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. They need a quick score and a foul just to have a chance.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Vucevic. Count it!
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
Locking down the W. It's got to feel good to him right now.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And this huddle up about 2 things, the quick shot and then the quick foul.
And you're right. And if they do get the bucket, you love to foul someone who isn't automatic from the line. That would take good denial of the ball on the inbounds.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Let's go. Fournier for 3. Nails the tray.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're leading by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame. Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
It's going to take a miracle for them here, or actually a miracle three-pointer and a foul. This one's over.
And here's Jordan outside, off on that one. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
Just now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Blake. Another good night of work offensively. How does the team build on this?
Just keep that rhythm. You know, we're not always going to hit shots every night. Some nights the shots aren't going to fall. So just keeping that rhythm, keeping the ball moving, talking on defense, and relying on each other.
Congrats on a great win, Blake. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.